Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Fields.
This is caught inside the 15. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Pryor.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards on the play.
A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know He's watched this game since he's, what, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's gone from the backyard.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. When going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. A bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
16 more on that one and another first down. To throw is Fields.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack.
Fields
steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. They snap it to Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. Fields throwing again.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Well, he was was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8.
Back to throw, Fields.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed balanced. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4. Santos' kick is up and through.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, in an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how
He's got a man, complete. Room here to run. Touchdown, Detroit.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To Boyle here over the middle. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Fields on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Fields scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that play.
Throwing on 1st down.
Pryor going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 3rd down, Pryor. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't...
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That throw, Charles, on the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fernandez. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Fields on first down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last two drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
That's good for the Lions.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw. Pryor. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Pryor. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Off play action. Pryor. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Here's Jones on the return. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now a first down throw, Fields. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
To throw again on second down, Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Here's Fields. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice game.
On first down, Pryor. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To throw on third down, Pryor. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
That's good for the Lions. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, Pryor. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action, Pryor. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again. Pryor. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
They've been able to use the size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, Swift. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he stopped immediately there. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too.
Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Lions have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first down unit.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
That's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Fields. And he's going to go down again. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 all to return. And Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off the play fake. Pryor. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Aiden Hutchinson
in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Here's Fields.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
3rd and long. It's Fields.
Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pryor
looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They put it down very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Pryor.
He'll find Williams on the slant. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Pryor to Valdez-Scantling over the middle.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll go with the keeper. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Finding Hunt.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball, but understanding where the receiver is running his route, allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is indeed good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8 yard.